Dear students, today we are going to do a lesson from class 12 English textbook Flamingo, and the name of the lesson is Going Places, written by A.R. Batten. Going places means visiting various places, and here it is going to various places, visiting various places in imagination. Now the theme of this story is dreams and fantasies are a natural part of human life, and youngsters indulge in dreaming and hero worship. Now this story is about an adolescent girl's dream journey. She is in the habit of dreaming and she dreams big. This girl's name is Sophie and she has a friend Janzi. Sophie and Janzi are good friends. Now the reality about Sophie is that her family status is very poor. She belongs to a lower middle class. Her father is a laborer, manual laborer. Her mother is a housewife. Her brother Geoff, who has passed out of school since 3 years, and he is now working as a mechanic. Derek is her younger brother. Now, Sophie and Janzi are coming from school. They are both in class 12 and they are talking. Now, Sophie is in the habit of seeing big dreams and she talks to Janzi about her dream. She says, when I pass out of school, I will have a boutique of my own. What is a boutique? It is a shop of designer clothes and all celebrities and big people come there. So she thinks this Sophie is fascinated, attracted by celebrities. So she wants to have a boutique because she thinks that celebrities would come to her place. She will have the best designer clothes. So this is her dream. But the reality is that she belongs to a very poor family, lower middle class family. And her dream is to own a boutique. Now Janzi, her friend, is a girl of practical thinking. She tells her that if you want to have a boutique, it requires a lot of money. At this, Sophie says that she will work as a manager on some shop. But Janzi says that the job of a manager is not going to give you a lot of money. It is not going to fetch much money. At this she says, or I will be an actress, because actresses, they will have a lot of money and they can work in part-time, and then with that money she will have their boutique. Now Janzi makes her realize, she reminds her that both of us are earmarked to work in a biscuit factory after class 12. So her dream to own a boutique seems to be beyond her reach. But Sophie is continuously lost in her dream, and while talking this, she enters her home. When she entered her home, she said, if I have money, I will have a boutique. But her father, who was there, who had just returned from his work, and he was a man of practical thinking, and he told Sophie, when she says that if I have money, I will have a boutique, the father says, no, if you have money, you will first buy the family a decent house. And her brother, younger brother Derek, says she thinks that as if money grows on trees. And her mother, who was washing the utensils, doing the household work, she had a deep breath because even she knew that her daughter's dreams are so big. Now, when she entered the house, it was a very small house, stuffy, and then not very well furnished also. On one side in the corner there was a heap of clothes lying for washing. The mother was washing the utensils. Sophie entered the house and she felt a tightening in her throat. She felt uncomfortable because her dreams were so high. She wanted to live a sophisticated lifestyle, but she belongs to a lower middle class. So from there she straight away went to her brother Geoff, who was at the back side. And her brother Geoff, who was a mechanic, he was doing some repair work on his motorbike. He had a part of the motorbike in his hand. He was deeply studying it, and he was a very silent kind of a person. Now Sophie Her brother Geoff was a man of few words and Sophie was jealous of him. Why? Because she thought that she shared all her thoughts and dreams and plans with him, but he never did any. He never spoke anything. He never told her where he went. He never told her about his friends. He never told the places where he visited during the day. She wanted that her brother should share everything with him, just as she did with him. So, but the brother did not do, and she was jealous because he was a man of few words. He was silent, and moreover, she felt as if he was. This made him very impressive and gave him an enigmatic personality. So she thought that even he should share his thoughts and plans with her. But Geoff was a man who was a man of few words. Words had to be dug out of him like stones from the ground. And this made Sophie jealous. But when she went to him, after some time she suddenly told him. She had just imagined something and she just cooked up a story and told him that she met Danny Gazzy in the arcade that day. Geoff was surprised. How could an Irish soccer player, a celebrity, meet an ordinary girl like his sister Sophie? He did not believe it. He said, it can't be true. She said, no, it is true. I met him at the arcade, at the Royce's window. In the marketplace, at the Royce's window, he was also standing and I was also standing. We were looking at the clothes and suddenly when I saw, he was Danny Gazzy. So she said, I asked him for an autograph, but both of us did not have any pen and paper. So this kind of a story, imaginary story, she told Geoff. First he did not believe, but maybe perhaps he believed it later. So when they all went on the dining table, and Geoff told his father that Sophie met Danny Gazzy. The father never believed because he knew that she was a gossiper. She could never tell the truth. She had cooked up a story. So he did not believe it. And moreover, they said that people like Danny Gazzy, why would they meet ordinary people like Sophie? So they did not believe it. Now, after that, Sophie meets Janzi, her friend in the marketplace, and then she is surprised to know that Janzi knows the secret. That is, Janzi knows that she met Danny Gazzy, and now she's pained at this because she shared this with her brother Geoff, thinking that he would never share it with anybody because he was a quiet kind of a boy. But she realized that Geoff had shared this secret with Janzi's brother, Frank, and she said, my brother told me that you met Danny Gazzy. Now, Sophie did not like it because she thought that it was a Geoff kind of thing. That is the secret to be maintained and a person like Geoff only would keep it. But her brother had made it a Janzi kind of a thing. Janzi kind of a thing means he had told this to her, told the secret to her. Now Janzi was a gossiper. If she knew anything, the whole town would know. Now she knew that Janzi would go and tell everybody about her meeting with Danny Gazzy. And if this comes to her father, the news comes to her father, he would not like it and there would be a row, there would be a lot of unrest in the family. So, but anyway, she then tells Janzi that Danny Gazzy is going to meet her on next Saturday. Now, this is another thing that she wanted to enjoy by sharing with her. And after that, now she had even shared this with her brother also, that on next Saturday he would be meeting her. Even the brother did not believe it. Now, imagination again started, and when Saturday came, she again went to by the side of the canal to the place which was her favorite place. She thought that Danny Gazzy would come there, but it was again her imaginary meeting because she had told everybody that she would meet Danny Gazzy on Saturday. So she got ready and went to the side of the canal. Then sat on the bench, and he was really going to come. Although she knew that it was not true, but she spent a lot of time over there, imagining that he would come. Finally, a lot of time passed, and now she knew that he would never come. She got up from there with a burdened mind. Why was her mind burdened? Because what answer she would give to her brother if he asked her about the meeting? Because Danny Casey never came, there was no meeting, and she had told the lie to her brother. So she was thinking what answer she would give to her father, what answer she would give to her brother when they when they questioned her about her meeting with Danny Casey. Anyway, finally she made up her mind, thinking that whatever she thought right, she would answer. So she got up and started walking towards home. While she was walking, again she was passing through the marketplace, and again near the Royce's window, she stood there and again started seeing the same dream that she had met Danny Casey. Again Danny Casey was there, and she is visualizing that both of them are standing looking at each other, and finally she says she's asking him for an autograph. He says that both of them do not have any pen and paper, and then she got lost again into her visit to the stadium, previous Saturday's visit to the stadium, because on every Saturday the whole family used to go to the stadium to see Danny Casey's matches, and they used to be thrilled and they used to enjoy seeing him playing, and when he would win they would celebrate. The father would go to the pub to celebrate Danny Casey's victory, and the brother and all, they used to feel very happy. So she started thinking of her previous Saturdays watching the match at the stadium. So this is how the story ended, and she's in her imagination again, she is visualizing that Danny Casey playing the match. He had finally won the match, and a crowd of 50,000 people, they celebrated his victory. There was a loud cheering over there. So with that, she came back home.